G'day YouTube, g'day fellow humans, Australians, international visitors, all sorts from everywhere. Getting this 2018 DCT Goldwing ready for a weekend tour. We'll be heading out this weekend doing pretty much 2 500-day plus runs up out of Sydney, northwest, to a place called Windire, and it's going to be this. I'm going to have to say no to the VFR 1200F because I'm not feeling 100%. I'm getting a little bit old and fragile, and I don't think I've got 2 days plus a Saturday night of beers following a Sunday, obviously, which is going to be sad, sore and sorry with a hangover. That's how I roll. This will take me home. The VFR 1200 probably will not. So what's going to get me there? Well, I'll jump straight to the elephant in the room. Not that. No, we won't be needing a tow bar or a trailer, which I don't have, by the way, anyway. That came with the bike. This came with the bike, although I got it powder coated black. That's actually chrome underneath. That's the wing stuff, bloody lugger track. I won't have anything on the back of there. I did buy this though, so that's the small trailer hitch rack. I put about a 20 litre bag on there, so nothing too massive. It's not a packet rack or anything like that, so 20 litres down the back, 30 in the panniers, 50 up top, and as you see here, I generally throw some sort of bag on the pillion seat because 99.99% of the time I'm on this bike by myself. I have only just recently fitted the tie-down straps for the 2018 to 2021 roughly model, 2020. Obviously the ones after that come with the new handle. These handles are the best. These handles look the best. However, they obviously don't have anything to tie down, so I have lost a bag off the back of my bike, and that will not be happening this weekend. What else do I have? I've got the running boards, whatever you want to call these mini floorboards. That's the one. Obviously matching. Again, don't really need the rear ones. No one's usually on there. They're usually folded up, but I thought, hey, why the hell not? Got the Aero. Got the Rivco Aero front pegs. These things are fantastic. Can be adjusted. I will probably need to adjust them again. That came with the bike. I bought the Utopia backrest. That thing is fantastic. I bought the GT Euro screen, which is my 4th screen now, and I think this is going to be my last one. This screen is fantastic. As you can see, it's curved and lipped, and it's slightly flared on the edges. This thing provides fantastic wind protection, more than enough than I need. Enough that I can listen to my tunes through the speakers at volume 9 or 10 out of 30. I don't even need to crank it up anymore, and I can use the speakers with this screen. With my shorty that I had on here, no, I could not. I needed to use the Bluetooth headset. Fog lights came with the bag. They're always on. I get a lot of flashes from other cars, but hey, I'd rather get flashes than hit, so I'm happy with that. What else does this bike have for touring? Let me think. Anything in the back at all? Not really. Oh, second USB cable. That used to be USB 1, which is where Android Auto used to go. I now have Android Auto going through the seat. I've got a second cable coming through the bottom of the seat there and into the back here. So my Android Auto is actually in my little bag behind the seat. That's my second, but it's not technically my second. It is actually USB 1. Underneath there is all the electronics. Underneath the top box. Get in there, fuck you. Oh, come on. Under the top box is the electronics, and you will need to change USB 1 and USB 2 over. It's a whole process that involves ripping into the cable and pulling the cable apart, swapping over the little grommet. It's a process, you can't just swap them over. I figured that out the hard way, but once I figured it out, I've got my little fingers in there, I managed to swap them over. So USB 1 is in here now. USB 1 is what connects to Android Auto. USB 2 is a spare charger. If the missus wants to hop on the back, it's pretty easy. You just feed the cable through the top. So I've got all the spare cables, just feed the thing through the top and then obviously into the back, and your passenger can charge up as they require as well. And what I'm doing tonight, because I've only just got them fitted now, I don't know if you can tell by the angle or not, but I've just got the helibars fitted. And when I say helibars, I'm talking absolute fucking horse shit. These are not helibars. These cost 10% the price of helibars. These cost me about $35 off eBay, free postage, versus $200 to $300 plus for original helibars shipped to me from the US. And the role and function is exactly the same. So I'm testing them out now. This one's actually better than the helibars because it has, if you can just see in there, it has 2 settings actually. So I can actually pivot that one. You can see a hole just in through there. I can pivot that one slightly forward, which will open up the angle a little bit. So you basically have 2 settings to use. This is on the tour setting, the other setting will be sport. So having just fitted this, I need to now test it out, which is why I haven't replaced and cut out the plastic cover and put the plastic cover back on there yet. I want to see how this goes first. I'll try a few different variations before I start cutting up my plastic and getting into it. So without further ado, let's go for a little bit of a ride and talk through a few things. Got to get moving because it's a little bit chilly. Although we're coming into summer, this is a southern hemisphere, we're coming into summer. For some reason today it's a bit chilly. And my glasses are fogging up, my pre-workout is kicking in. I need to get moving. Come on glasses, don't fog up on me, don't kill me. Yep, all done. Helmet, yep, secure, let's roll. This is definitely a far more relaxed riding position. Yeah, park in the middle of the road, you idiot. Yeah, this is definitely a far more relaxed position. Elbows are in a lot more. Elbows have got a nice little bend to them. And I haven't even yet started to play with my foot pegs or my backrest, which will enable me to have 3 points of reference to change my riding position. So basically I can play, because I do, because it's the DCT, I hardly use my floorboards, except for when I'm really getting on it in the twisties. But I ride feet forward 90% of the time, 95% of the time, 99% of the time, because there's no clutch and you've got the link braking. So all you need to do is just tap on the brake a little bit. You'll have both combined front and rear braking, plus I use the engine braking. I definitely don't need to play around with the rear brake so much, even though it's a fairly heavy bike. Like I said, I only put my feet down on the floorboards if I want to use the rear brake, and I want to feel, I suppose, for the apexes and the corners a bit more. I have my foot just sitting slightly off, and once the outside of my boot starts scrubbing on the road, then I know I've pretty much reached my limit. Right. Not sure which way we're going to go to the gym just yet. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, I just need to get a taste for this bike setup, because it's going to be my home for 2 days on the weekend. Screen up, screen down. Well, that's all the way up. That is a whisper quiet, but I don't really need that around town. Plus I'm also using my full face helmet Shui GT Air at the moment. Oh, come on man, how many watts do you want to give me? So there you go. Engine braking, a little bit on the front, and just pull up nicely. Probably do wear out the fronts a little bit more, just a little bit more, and we'll probably look into that at the next service. Definitely this is probably due for some fluids and maybe some brake pads once I get back from this weekend's roughly 1,000-kilometre trip. But for now she's humming along alright. Definitely I've put a few Ks onto it. It did have a service prior to me buying it, but I would say I've probably put on, not say, I'll tell you what I've put on. Okay, trip 62. I'll stick it in order if you're going to play that game. I've put on 6,077 kilometres, 48,000. So I bought it at 42, it's now 48,000. I generally just run it on the odometer, but yeah, I've put on about 6,000 Ks. So I would say that's probably as good a time as any to, well, theoretically it'll be close to 7,000 Ks by the end of this weekend. So, new tank of oil I would say. And certainly after that weekend I will determine how this setup is going. At the moment I'm kind of digging it. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of digging it. I have been very used to the more aggressive riding position. So it does feel foreign to me still. This is not what I'm accustomed to on this bike. But so far so good. Still gets up in boogies, still got a reasonable amount of control. It's a little bit shaky up the front end. I've either lost another wheel balancing, what do you call it? Oh, those wheel weights. Yeah, wheel weights. Which did happen last time. I've already taken this bike in once to get the front wheel rebalanced. I mean, you could, whoa, that's quite a pronounced wobble. Cruise control I can generally, because there's no torque on the engine and no shifting of the weight, cruise control I can generally ride with no hands, or at least I used to be able to ride with no hands prior to doing this. Let's have a look on the bit of straight road here. Okay, and there's a little, ooh, she's a bit shaky. Alright, yeah, something's going on there. Last time I had shakiness in the steering setup, it was 100%, it was wheel weights. So it could be a cross between wheel weights, realignment, new tyres, etc, etc, I don't know. But it just seems to be funny that since I've done this, maybe it might have something to do with the transfer of the weight in the bars. Again, I'm no technician or anything like that, but I'm assuming there's going to be some wheel weights in the handlebars. Maybe take them out. I'll take them out. There'll definitely be wheel weights in these handlebars. If this hasn't been played with, there will be wheel weights, handlebar weights in there. Maybe take them out, maybe put different ones in there, different weights, I don't know. But I've got to do something about that, because I'm a big fan of taking my hands off the bar, as you can see there, with my fucking drink cup, then boom, 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 and doing my bevies while I'm on the bike. So I don't have confidence at the moment, given what you've just seen then, to take my hands off the handlebars, even in cruise control, because she's going to start getting a little bit shaky. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Can I make it? Got to stab it a little bit here. Woo, made it. And cruise control on, 66, that's your 10%. Alrighty. So yeah, Stay tuned for hopefully a little bit of footage of this weekend's probably second tour that I've done, or second weekend tour that I've done. I have done a 2-day/3-day, well, it was a 2-day trip essentially, because I rode down, fucked around, and then rode back home again. 2 days, right. Went down on a Friday, came back on a Monday, but rode down, got on the piss, and then Monday rode home. So I have done that kind of a trip before. Oh shit, shit balls. Did not count on that sun. That kind of killed my vibe. Oh, that is bright. Damn it. So yeah, this will be my second trip away, give or take, at the approximate 1,000 kilometre range. Let's have a little bit of a pause in proceedings here. I'll get back to you after we turn the corner and get rid of this sun. Okay, that's the sun out of the way. Hopefully we don't get another one. I think we should be right. What is it? 7 p.m. Okay, 7 p.m. so the sun's going down a little bit, and luckily we have some of our new metropolis here. These are all fairly new buildings to shield me from that. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how these 2 days go. I'm putting a lot of money on these helibars because I have had experiences in the past. I'm 6'2", 100 kilos plus, 100 to 102, 103, something like that. Longer in the leg perhaps, and maybe shorter in the arm, something along those lines. So to cut a long story unbelievably short, and confirming it of course with some of the forums out there, yeah, rider comfort in the saddle from a handlebar perspective does seem to be a more common issue with the majority of riders out there. As in, yes, they too would rather not be out here and be in a little bit more. So I appear to be one of those guys. It's not a war winner, it's not a bloody I can't stand my bike, fucking get rid of it type sort of a thing. I mean, I can get by on it, and I have gotten by on that for the best part of nearly a year now. But it has reared its head on a few occasions when I'm perhaps feeling a little bit saddle sore, worn and weary, etc. So yeah, I envisage that certainly being the case this weekend. And if these touring helibar apparati do what they're supposed to do, then yeah, I should be a fairly happy boy. It's also one of the key factors as to why I bought the Utopia backrest, because again, I don't have a 21-year-old spine either. Taking the long way around because I'd rather avoid those lights. So yeah, if you would like to stay up to date on all things Goldwing, VFR 1200F and Big Bang R1 related, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'll be trying to get more content out there. I will also do blokey stuff. I'm a big boy who loves his weights and keeping fit and active. I'm an ex-commando and ex-army, hence the name of the channel, Veteran Vlogs. Career soldier of 25 years. I like to do, I suppose, manly stuff. So cars will hopefully also become a thing on the channel. I currently own a Jeep SRT and an Alfa Romeo 147 GTA with the 3.2 litre Busso in it. So if those sort of things tickle your pickle and you like a bit of an Aussie spin on things, a bit of how you go and fucking shit talk and stuff, yeah, feel free to drop by, say good day, subscribe. Till then, see you on the next adventure, which will be hopefully, as it gets posted, this weekend's activities. Thanks very much. Enjoy, stay safe, stay fit, stay on 2 wheels, well, unless you've got 4, and we'll see you when you see you. Zig out.